Hello. Hi, Donna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. My name is Alicia Egan, and I am with the Organization for Professional Astrology. And I have Donna Young here, the president of Kepler College. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you for inviting me. This is fun.
You're very welcome. I'm so honored to be able to talk to you ahead of the 2024 OPA retreat happening in Park City, Utah this October. So yeah, we just want to take a chance to chat with you about your track leadership and what you'll be um, doing at the retreat. And yeah, that'd be great if you could just segue with that.
Sure. I'm really looking forward to introducing a track on planetary condition, understanding planetary condition. And Alicia, you have studied at Kepler College, so you understand some of this. We learned it together in 101. But what I'm going to be talking about is the difference between how a Saturn might be behaving in one chart than another. Why it would be different for different people, because we're used to the idea sometimes that, oh, Saturn is bad and Jupiter is good and that's the end of it, and we might consider, oh, it's in rulership, so that changes things. But in reality, there are many things that can give us some indication about, ultimately the question is, how capable is that planet of performing its job? Each planet has a job, and is it going to be able to do that mission well? And ultimately, of course, because we know, that different planets are disposited by each other. And so that gives us an idea all the way around the chart of how capable they are going to be able to perform their job. So that's what we're going to be discussing. It'll be a workshop. So we'll be learning some of the technique and then practicing on our own charts and the charts of some famous people, and then carrying on and learning some more things. I had done a few webinars that were called Playing to Your Strengths. And in those webinars, we talked about all of these things. It's like, if you're going to make the most out of your life, or if you're looking at your clients' charts and saying, if you need to focus on a certain area in order to have career success or whatever it might be that you're looking at, looking at this planetary condition is a really important part of how you're going to do that. Are you going to, if you're going to look at a planet in terms of it reaching its best potential, rather than flogging away at something that maybe isn't going to be a strength for you.
That's fantastic. I think anyone could benefit from, taking that track, even if they, haven't been practicing astrology for months on end. Sounds like something that anyone at any level could participate in.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, as long as you have a basic understanding of planets, signs, houses, we're not going to be teaching that. But I would consider this to be a beginner track. Although, like you said, even for people who've been practicing for a long time, if they haven't looked at all of these conditions, because I'm looking at these from both a modern and a traditional perspective. So if you're not familiar with looking at all of the different sect rejoicing conditions, all of the whole table of essential dignities that I know a lot of modern astrologers kind of squirm at because of the language. But we're going to be looking at that, as well as a lot of different positions in the chart that are going to, where the planet has its joy, those types of things that will give us a little bit more information. But you do have to have the basics. But really, yeah, anybody could come in at any level.
Fantastic. That said, would you be willing to walk us through a little bit of your background, just in general in astrology, how you got into astrology, how that segues into what you'll be discussing?
Yeah, I'd love to. I actually started studying astrology kind of late in life. It was my Uranus opposition. And long story short, I my appendix ruptured when I came out of the surgery. I had this obsession with astrology where none had existed before, and I started studying like fast and furious. I was obsessed with it overnight. And I started studying at Kepler College, I don't know, about 2, 3 years after my very first astrology class. And and got a degree from Kepler College when they were offering their degree program. Then went on to be a TA once they switched to a certificate and diploma program. And then I started teaching. And then I started working on the administration side of thing. I was the registrar for a while, and then the director of operations. And then I stepped into the role as president. So that was kind of my career path as far as the college goes. But in between there, I certainly established a consulting practice. So I also do that, squeezed in between all of those things that I do for the college. So I've been a consulting astrologer, I'm going to say 14 years now. It's 14 years. Yeah. I used to work at the daily newspaper. And when I got laid off, I'd already been studying astrology for a long time. And so I just stepped into that a little bit ahead of schedule, but I just stepped into it.
Well, it sounds like your spleen and the layoff were, the catalysts for you launching into astrology full head on.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just the nudge that you need to get there. So that's really cool. And, just seeing where you can go with it is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's fun. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that think that you can't be an astrologer unless you've been doing it since you were out of the womb. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true. You can start anytime. If you
But
have enough passion for it, you can start anytime. Yeah.
fantastic. And, we're really excited, obviously to have you leading a track at the retreat in Park City. And, for those who aren't familiar with Park City and the resort that it will be at, it's going to be at New Park Resorts, and it's October 16th through the 21st, 2024. And it's really meant to be a retreat. It's really meant to be an opportunity to relax, but also to learn. And so there's an opportunity and balance to do both, and to meet people who are astrologers who are well known, and really, have meals with them and share that time with them. And I think that's something that you couldn't just get from, an online webinar or something like that. So there's really a lot of value to going in person.
Yeah, the OPA retreats are usually intended to be like this much smaller, much more intimate gathering, usually in a beautiful place. And I've never been to Park City, Utah, but I've seen the pictures and it looks really, really beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to that. And like you say, to being able to sit closely with people, which we haven't been able to do a lot of lately. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. And, just I want to thank you for, what you've shared today. Is there anything else that you would like to share about the track and, what folks can expect from the retreat?
I think that one of the things that people don't think about when they go to one of these retreats is that, of course, you're going to be getting the learning that's there, but because these are such small groups, you really are developing. I mean, I don't want to use the word family, that sounds a little cliche, but you are really developing a tight network of people that you've studied with. Like, you really do make friends when you go to these things. And I think that that's been a huge gift for me, at least when I've gone not just to these retreats, but conferences in general, where we get to connect with our tribe. These last 4 years, I feel like we've done so much online that it's just really nice to be able to spend time in person.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to hopefully attending the retreat myself and connecting with you in person. And I think, folks should certainly attend if they can. It's a great opportunity to meet with a lot of great astrological minds. And yeah, can't wait to see you at the event.
Yeah, I hope to see you there.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Alicia.